How mice see humans, the giants living in their world. Human storytelling narration version. Every day, we walk through our homes like we own every inch of them. We open the fridge, we turn on the lights, we drop crumbs without thinking twice. And most of the time, we never realize something else may be living just inches away, inside the walls, under the cabinets, behind the stove. We call them pests, intruders, unwanted visitors. But tonight, we are going to look at this house from the other side, not from our eyes, from theirs. Because to a mouse, a house is not just a house, it is a world. A refrigerator is not an appliance, it is a cliff. A chair is not furniture, it is a tower. The kitchen floor is not tile, it is a wide, open desert. A broom is not something used for cleaning, it is a tree falling from the sky. And a human footstep is an earthquake. So the question is simple. When mice look at us, what do they really see? Do they know we are human? Do they understand that we think this house belongs to us? Or are we just giant creatures moving through the only world they have ever known? Tonight, we enter the walls. We follow one small mouse family as they search for food, protect their babies, escape predators, avoid traps, and survive under the shadow of the giants above them. Everything in this story comes from real mouse behavior, real instincts, real survival. But we are not telling it from the human side. This time, we see the world through the eyes of a mouse. Inside the wall of a quiet suburban home, there is a nest. To the family upstairs, this is just another room in the house. But to the mice inside the wall, this is home. Here lives Ash, the father, Willow, the mother, 2 young mice, Milo and Pip, and 5 newborn pups. The babies are still blind, still hairless, still so fragile that the world outside the nest would kill them in minutes. They cannot run. They cannot search for food. They cannot even see the danger around them. So they survive because Willow stays close. She keeps them warm. She feeds them. She cleans them. And every tiny squeak from those pups means something to her. To us, it might sound like noise inside the wall. Annoying, strange, maybe even creepy. But to this family, those little sounds are life. The babies are calling for warmth, for milk, for their mother. And every time they call, Willow answers. During the day, the house belongs to the giants. Doors open, voices shake through the walls, machines rumble, water rushes through the pipes, light fills the rooms, so the mice stay hidden. They sleep when the giants are awake, but even when they sleep, they are never completely safe. Their world is full of signals, a vibration through the wood, a smell coming under the door, a sudden sound from the kitchen. To us, the house feels normal, familiar, controlled. But to a mouse, the house changes every day. A chair moves, a box appears, a door closes, a trap gets placed near a wall. One small change can turn a safe path into a death sentence. Ash understands that better than anyone. He has crossed the kitchen floor more times than the younger mice can count. He knows the path beneath the cabinet, the gap behind the oven, the crack near the baseboard. He knows the smell of food, the smell of danger, and the smell no mouse ever forgets: death. Because mice do not survive by seeing the world the way we do. Their eyesight is not their greatest weapon. They live low to the ground, mostly in darkness, where shadows are not as important as scent, touch, sound, and vibration. Their whiskers read the edges of the world. Their noses build maps. Their ears catch sounds we would never notice. And their memory holds the roots that keep them alive. Then night comes, the lights go out, the voices fade, the footsteps stop, and inside the wall, the family wakes. For humans, night means the day is ending. For mice, night is when the real day begins. Ash and Willow prepare to leave the nest. The babies stay behind, hidden in warmth. Milo and Pip are old enough to follow now, but they are not old enough to understand how fast things can go wrong. Tonight, they will learn. Not in a school, not in a classroom. But if young mice had a school, this would be it. The wall is their classroom. The pipes are their balance beams. The wires are their climbing ropes. Every tunnel teaches direction. Every smell teaches memory. Every sound teaches caution. Pip stays close to Willow. But Milo keeps pushing ahead. He is curious. Too curious. And in the world of mice, curiosity can be dangerous. The family moves through a narrow gap behind the cabinets. Their bodies squeeze through spaces that look impossible. A mouse does not need an open door. A hole the size of a coin can become a highway. Their whiskers test the opening first. If the head can pass, the body usually follows. To humans, that feels like invasion. To mice, it is simply a doorway. They enter the kitchen, and to them, it is enormous. The counter rises above them like a mountain wall. The table legs stand like tree trunks. The refrigerator hums like some sleeping beast. And somewhere in this huge dark landscape, there is food. A crumb beneath the chair, a grain of rice near the stove, a piece of cereal forgotten under the cabinet. To us, it is dirt, something to sweep up. To this family, it is survival. Ash moves first. He does not run straight into the open. He stops, listens, smells, waits, then moves again. This is not stealing, not from his point of view. There is no idea of ownership in his world. No rent, no property line. No, this belongs to them. There is only food, shelter, danger, and family. Willow follows behind him. Milo and Pip stay close. The kitchen is quiet, maybe too quiet. Then Milo finds a crumb. He grabs it with his tiny paws and pulls it toward the wall. For one small moment, the world feels safe. Then the house wakes up. A sound from above. A bed creaks. A door opens. The floor trembles. Boom, boom, boom. The giant is coming. The mice freeze. To them, the human is not a person with a name, not a parent, not someone walking to the kitchen for a midnight snack. The human is heat, smell, vibration, shadow, danger, a giant shape moving through the sky above them. Then the light turns on. To us, it is just a switch. To mice, it is sunrise exploding across the world. Milo runs. Pip follows. Ash turns back. Willow waits near the escape gap. Every second matters now. A human foot lands near the cabinet. The floor shakes. Then comes the broom. To a mouse, it is not a cleaning tool. It is not plastic, wood, or bristles. It is a tree crashing down from the sky. Ash dives under the stove. Milo slips behind the cabinet, but Pip hesitates, just for a second, and that second almost costs him everything. Willow rushes forward. The broom slams against the floor. Pip escapes by the width of a whisker. Back inside the wall, the family regroups. The babies are still safe. The food is almost gone. But everyone survived. And for mice, survival is not about being strong. They are not strong. Not compared to us. Not compared to the animals hunting them. They survive because they are fast. Because they remember. Because they listen. Because they know when to move and when to disappear. As the night continues, Milo and Pip begin doing what looks like play. They climb along a wire, balance on a pipe, jump across gaps between boards, sprint through narrow spaces. To a human, it might look random. Cute, maybe, like tiny animals just running around. But play has a purpose. Young animals practice the movements that may save their lives later. Climbing, balancing, turning, falling, recovering, escaping. Every jump builds control. Every mistake teaches the body. Every little chase prepares them for the moment when the giant returns. But humans are not the only danger in this world. A new smell enters the room. Sharp, warm, alive, predatory. The cat. To the mice, the cat is not as large as the human. But that almost makes it worse, because the cat is lower, quieter, faster. A hunter shaped for exactly this kind of prey. The cat hears what the human misses: a scratch inside the wall, a tiny footstep beneath the cabinet, a faint squeak in the dark. Milo freezes. Pip presses flat against the wood. Ash does not move. Willow stays near the nest. The cat waits, because predators understand patience, but the mice understand silence. Seconds pass, then minutes. Nothing moves, no squeak, no scratch, no mistake. Finally, the cat loses interest. It turns away, walks off, and the family survives again. The dog is different, loud, clumsy, powerful, sometimes terrifying, sometimes almost useless. A dog may see a mouse and bark like the world is ending. It may chase, it may crash into furniture, it may run in circles without knowing what it is doing. And strangely, that chaos can help the mice. Not because the dog protects them, it does not, but because chaos creates openings. A barking dog pulls the giant's attention away. A running dog shakes the floor. A distracted human forgets to watch the corner. And in that confusion, a mouse can vanish. But the most dangerous enemy in the house is not always alive. The next morning, the giants change the world. Near the wall, something new appears, silent, still, small, and smelling faintly of food. A trap. To a mouse, this is one of the most dangerous things in the house. Not because it chases, not because it roars, not because it has claws or teeth, but because it waits. Ash smells it first. He stops. The food is right there, close, easy, too easy. Mice are cautious around new objects. They explore with scent, with touch, with memory. And this object does not belong to yesterday's map. In the mouse world, anything new can be fatal. Milo steps closer. Ash blocks him. The family retreats. For now, they survive. But hunger does not disappear just because danger is near. The trap remains, and the giants have changed the rules. That night, the family needs food again. The babies are growing. Their bodies demand milk. Willow needs energy. Ash must take greater risks. The kitchen is no longer just a kitchen. It has become a battlefield. The open floor is a killing zone. The trap waits near the wall. The cat sleeps nearby. The giant could wake at any moment. And still, the mice must go. Because survival does not wait for safety. Ash moves first. This time, he chooses the longer route. Behind the refrigerator, along the shadow of the cabinet, past the trap, toward a fallen piece of bread. Every smell is information. Every vibration is a warning. Every shadow is a question. Above him, the human world sleeps. But inside the walls, the mouse world is fighting to continue. Back in the nest, Willow curls around the babies. They are older now. Their skin has darkened. Their bodies have grown fur. Soon, their eyes will open. And when they do, they will not see a human home. They will see the only world they have ever known. A world of tunnels, giants, foodlands, flood rooms, warm machines, predators, traps, and family. Humans say mice invade houses, but from inside the wall, the story looks different. A warm shelter appeared. Food appeared. Dark spaces appeared. Safe nesting places appeared. And the giants were already there. The mice did not understand ownership. They only understood opportunity. They only understood danger. They only understood survival. So when we say they entered our world, maybe that is only half the truth. Because from their perspective, we entered theirs too. And if you had been born inside those walls, surrounded by thunderous footsteps, giant shadows, traps, hunger, and the constant need to protect your family, would you still call them pests? Or would you see them as something else? Another family, small, afraid, hidden, and doing everything they can to survive in the world of giants.